Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today, this is a video I've been wanting to film for quite some time because I actually purchased this a few weeks ago and then my skin stuff happened, yada yada yada. So I am going to be filming it today. I purchased one of the new 5 sponges from Colourpop. I purchased the Colourpop Silicone Blending Sponge. So what I'm going to do is use this on half of my face and then just go in with my regular go-to sponge, which is the Sonia Kashuk. It is a little dirty, but you know what, it's good. So I actually purchased this at Target a few months ago probably because my Real Techniques one broke, so I figured I would do a kind of like battle blend off situation and just see which sponge is better. This is a little more expensive than this one, but we will get into the prices. If you are interested on seeing how this new silicone sponge performs, keep on watching. Before we get started, please be sure to hit that lovely subscribe button that has my gorgeous face next to it and ring the bell to be notified of all my future videos. Let's go ahead and jump in. The silicone blending sponge is $7. You can still get it on Colourpop's website. So this actually also does come in a set of 5 because they did come out with 5 new sponges. I did not purchase all 5 sponges because my god, I barely do my full face as it is. I don't want to waste a whole bunch of sponges. It's called The Beat, which is all 5 of the sponges, which is pretty funny. But I picked this one because this one, when I was reading up on all the different sponges, this one was the one that basically said it was mainly for foundation and concealers and everything. Each sponge is kind of like directed towards something different. Like one is for precision, the other one's for blending. I know there's another one that's just an hourglass, it bounces on it, but the difference with this one is the center of it actually has a silicone piece on it, and it's unique. It minimizes product absorption. And in reading a little more detail, actually that's all the detail it gives me. It gives me some application tips. Works well with liquid creams, powders. Use the rounded sides to blend large areas with a dabbing motion, bop, bop, bop. So, cruelty free, of course. But it has a very small description. So, pretty much, I haven't even opened this out of the box since I got it. I do like that they each come individually in cute little boxes that like match their colors. Like one's green and one's like peach and purple, so that's pretty cute. So, I have not even opened this yet. So, let's see. Ooh, okay. So it's cute. It feels different than this one. It's firmer than this one. And there it is. If you can see that little rounded part, that's the silicone part. So pretty much the point of this, I believe, is to save how much product, like to actually more evenly distribute the product as opposed to a regular sponge that kind of sucks it all up, because every side of this is the same texture and material. So I am curious about this. I mean, I can't really compare. I mean, it has 1 review on here, but it's 5-star review, so that's good. In regards to the Sonia Kashuk one, I picked this up at Target for $4.99. It says Pro Level Precision, comes to a rounded point, and then the precision parts of it. Alright, so pretty much the Sonia Kashuk blender is just a standard blender. I didn't get, you know, the beauty blender because honestly, this is what I have. I just wanted to compare it to a general sponge, a beauty sponge, beauty blender, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. When I say beauty blender, it's not the actual brand because they are hella expensive. It is the, you know, more affordable alternative. So that's what I mean when I say that. So let me stop talking. We're gonna jump in because I really am curious about this Colourpop sponge. So if you guys have not watched my last video, I am having, you know, a little bit of an allergic skin reaction situation. So I'm gonna actually go back to products that I used way before I had this reaction, because I am actually trying to decipher and pick through the newer products that I've been getting to see if maybe they have caused me a reaction. But I did already do my brows, and I look off camera because I'm really tired of doing my brows on camera. Honestly, it's my least favorite part of my routine. And the eyeshadow, I kind of was like, what am I gonna do? And it's kind of like because my eyelids are a little dry. Like, I have a lot of things happening right now, so just excuse me in general, okay? So we're gonna go back to the oldies, like back to December of last year, with this foundation that I got, which isn't my first foundation, but it's my first kind of foundation. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Flawless Finish foundation, okay, in the shade Nude, and I'm going to use this with obviously all over my face, but I'm going to be using the Colourpop sponge on my left side, which will be your right side. I can't remember how full coverage, like the kind of coverage this is, so I'm just kind of like going a little cray. The Colourpop and go in. Yeah, so it's definitely like really firm, like automatically I can just tell it's really firm. You really kind of don't feel like you can budge it at all, like manipulate it as much. I mean, it honestly feels like I'm kind of like punching myself. Like little mini punches. Alright, so that did pretty well. I personally don't like how stiff it is. And I do like the Sonia Kashuk that it has that kind of more precise like edging, because I do like to do that with my brows, but I don't care really much about that. It did a pretty nice job. It definitely, like, when you press in, it really is distributing it, and it didn't like coat that entire piece there. Pretty interesting. My trusty Sonia, and do the same thing to the other side and kind of see if we notice any sort of difference. How's everybody doing out in the world? I hope that you're not going out. If I find out that you're leaving your house when you don't need to be and you're having like social gatherings, I hope that looks at it all for you. Yeah, see, this one gives you a little more like bounce. Gives you a little more freedom to like bounce around. So let's see what's kind of going on, because in the camera, this side looks a little light. This side of my face weirdly looks like it has a little more coverage, and it's taking me a little longer to blend this side out. Like my under eye area, I normally struggle with this side anyway, like with this part of my face. I don't know, it took me a little longer to blend this. Like maybe an extra like 5 minutes. It isn't the end of the world. Like, I'm saving $2 with this, so I mean, we'll see. We still have to blend out concealer, so I do notice a difference though. Like, I feel like slightly I have more coverage on the side, and it took me way faster to do this side than this side. So already a pro to the Colourpop sponge. Let's jump in with our trusty e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I have medium sand. You never have to God, I always do this crooked. You never have to dunk in again, because you can always turn it and there's more product still. All right, let's take our Colourpop And do this side. The distribution on this one's like kind of crazy. Like it does it so quickly. I did not put any there. Oh well. I just do that to copy people. That blends so freaking quickly. I'm done. Let's see how long it takes to blend with this. See, that does not look the same. That's crazy. It like just spreads it out instead of, that's so weird. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to do my whole nose. Like this side looks so drastically different. Like I look like I'm gonna die on this side, and then this side I look like I'm going out. What the hell? Like this side still doesn't look like it's blended enough. I'm going to powder. I'm gonna use the Coty Airspun loose powder. I'm just gonna, no. I love how I've done my face so many times at this point and I still don't know like what brush I use. It's like I have the same brushes. Here we go. The Alamar brushes. Here we go, and we're just going to... So bronzer, we have the... I didn't prime my face, guys. I had the Poreless Putty Primer sitting underneath the blush, and I forgot. Oh, well. Okay. Makeup is makeup, and you know what? When I am done with you guys, I'm going to be taking it off anyway, so it's okay. Bronzer. For one, I can't believe it took me so long to really start watching Nikki Tutorials videos. She is freaking hilarious. But I have been watching her more recently because, you know, when you find a new YouTuber, you kind of have to like watch all their videos. No, you don't have to, but you start like loving the latest one, going to the one before, and then before you know it, you're like 20 videos in and you're supposed to be like working or whatever. So I actually have been watching how she does her bronzer, and I'm very curious to kind of like try it. So I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer. And she said that she kind of takes it like at her cheekbone here. And she kind of like does circles and just kind of does it this way. And then I see her like go down. It's a very interesting technique. So because I'm new, I was like, let me just like borrow her technique. The freaking nose, I never have any luck contouring my nose, like I'm dead serious. So let's try. I'm just gonna use the bronzer. I need a closer mirror. And then I'm gonna do Nicole Consilio's technique where she just takes a regular brush and just pats so that way it doesn't take off foundation, because I've had that happen. It's hurting. So how long do I do it for? You know what, I think that's good. It looks good from here. I don't have my glasses on, but it looks great. So blush, I have my Ciate London blush. And I'm going to do the same trick that Nikki does for this too. She says she just does it on top of her bronzer. Like pretty much the same direction. I have to do the lower lash line. So I was using the Living in Color eyeshadow palette from Hank and Henry, which I actually really don't like. But I said, you know what? I really want to switch up the different I really want to switch up the different palettes that I use, you know, until I get a new one. So I'm just going to take this dark and maroon that I use for my eyes and do my lower lash line. Highlighter. It's the Becca Cosmetics one that I have, the pressed pop that you'll see in all my videos. I don't have any other highlighter. Okay, so I actually really hate the way my makeup looks right now. Oh my god. Elf Matte Magic Mist and Set. Why do I always talk when I do that? Wanted to do Colourpop's lips, so I'm gonna take their lippy sticks in the shade Cookie. Love this shade so much. Then, to top it off, I'm going to use their Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Spacemaker for on top. And I hate this applicator, but it's a nice lip gloss. I hate this eye here so much. I'm gonna use my finger now because it's obviously not working. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. So let's take a look at how both sides are looking right now. Guys, I have to say I see a massive, not a massive, but I do see a difference between the Colourpop side and the Sonia Kashuk side. I mean, it definitely, like, the under eye with the concealer was a big reveal, and the fact that it blended that so quickly. It really blended the color out nicely, and then I did this side and it went kind of spread out thin, and then it went all the way up to like my temples because it wouldn't blend out enough. And I'm just starting to see like some buildup kind of right here. It's kind of hard to see. It's a very minimal thing because obviously I've been using this sponge for a while, but I also did not put primer on, so that could also be a reason. But again, with me not putting primer, this side definitely does look a little more spread out with foundation. I'm not a fan of the technique that I tried. I don't like it. But again, I tried it and it did not work. But yeah, I think that this Colourpop sponge is definitely awesome. For $7, you cannot beat it. And it's so strange how it's interesting because it's not a different texture. That's the crazy part. The middle is not different, but there's something about that middle part there. They're saying silicone. It doesn't, it's weird. But yeah, there's something about this that definitely spreads out your foundation a lot nicer and a lot more even than the Sonia Kashuk or the I don't have any other blenders to try it with, but I think definitely in this blend off the Colourpop 1-1, and I could see myself using this a lot more. I mean, we have this Sonia one a little bigger in size, but definitely this one again with that coverage, it definitely in that distribution, it really did really good. So I'm really glad that I was able to try that out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this blend off. Give the video a thumbs up if you did like the video that you saw today, and comment down below, let me know, have you tried the new sponge from Colourpop and what do you think? And thank you guys so much for watching. That is all I have today. Make sure that you are safe, make sure that you are not going out if you do not need to go out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.